So we have Empire State, which I thought was going to be sort of like a remake or kind of thing. Oh, sorry, I'm saying original because obviously there's an Emma Roberts movie coming out that's called Empire State by the same name, and apparently there's no relation. It's just they're called the same thing. Um, but I really didn't like this movie, and here's the problem I have. It's just basically all a bunch of corporate snobs going, oh, look at this old corporate, and uh, just getting fed all that at the beginning of the movie. It's just uh, like
I'm
it's just
sorry, it
staggeringly
says,
awful. Critically acclaimed filmmaker, blah de blah, this that. Yeah, okay, fine, I understand. But for my money, it sucked, and it was just that kind of thing where it's trying to be a bunch of films, and sometimes it can work really well, or sometimes it can just fall down flat on its face. And I think this one does that really badly, because it doesn't have anything going for it. It's just, oh, the beginning it starts off like it could be some sort of crime film, about because it opens and she's sort of in the car and got blood and there's all the glass and somebody's run off with the car, obviously who got out of the car and everything. You know that could have been interesting, but then it sort of I couldn't understand what kind of movie it was. It was trying to be like a sci-fi film, and there's this thing called Empire State, and then there's all these noises coming out of this little card thing she's got called Empire State, and then there's like a voiceover saying, "Oh, well, someone will be with you shortly," and all this stuff, and it just makes no sense. And then after that, we get the corporate film, and it's just what I just don't understand it. I mean, it's sort of like let's capitalize on our own sort of corporatation or the corporate garbage, and just just feed the audience with nothing to enjoy. And that's what I really don't like, when you know that they're just shoving it in your face, like, oh, look at this, and it's just incredibly annoying. And obviously, there's a similarity. Somebody said to me today, "Oh, Enemy of the State." I'm like, no, I'm not about Empire State. But I'm not really sure if I have seen Enemy of the State, but I've heard that's a really good film. This was absolute shit, and I'm sorry, but it was. And it's just hard. Like, there's just bits in it where then it cuts to something completely different. Like, it could be some kind of Monty Python sketch gone completely mad and bad, where you see there's like this whole like nightclub, and then some guys taking all his stuff off in front of a bunch of guys, and obviously it's a gay bar, and they're like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, yeah. I really didn't need to see that. Yeah, just keep it to yourselves. And perhaps they should have kept this film to themselves. I know I can't control people, but it's just so incredibly boring. Like this character in it says, "Oh, I'm going to America," and like, no, you're not. I mean, I'm just sorry, just no, you're not. You're not going to America. And you know what would be more interesting if the Martin Landau character, who obviously is an American, if there had been a sort of conversation between them that, oh, he's from America and this guy wants to go to America, and then sort of level him down and say no, 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 and sort of put him sort of in his place, because he's sort of got an arrogant sort of sensibility that, oh, where else am I supposed to go? Oh, and all this, I'll go to America. And if the film had been that for 5 minutes, that would have been entertaining. But for some reason, this film has nothing of entertainment value. It's just, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just hard. And the film I thought was going to be like set in New York, and sort of how I think of, obviously it's an original film being obviously remade now, and just none of that at all. And it's just a real shame, because I thought it was going to be something interesting, and like, oh, I gotta rent this, and I almost bought it, which I thought, no, I'm not paying that amount of money for it. But oh well. And I hate to say oh well, because it's, they say he's from acclaimed director, but obviously it just wasn't for me. And I don't know, perhaps there was some meaning in all the sort of multiple films and everything that was going on there. I just, maybe, I don't know if there was something going on there. Perhaps there was for other people, but not for me exactly. And yes, it was just a shame.